when someone asks me how to be single, how to not be in a relationship, what I hear is, how do I breathe? Hey guys, it's Lizzie. So this is one of those videos where it's been requested for years and years, and I keep reading the requests and thinking I'm not going to make a video on that. So if you watch some of my other videos that have started off with "this does not require a video," I end up actually like sort of talking about the topic, but sort of not, because if so many people are like obsessed with it, something is wrong. Also, I'm so excited because this is the first video in so long that is completely unscripted. So this is just 100% me, how I feel. I was talking with my dad about heroin the other day, and we were just talking about how no one in our family has ever like seriously considered doing drugs. And we were kind of like brainstorming, and we were speculating on different reasons, because a lot of people in high school, college are super into doing drugs. The reason is because you're bored. You don't have things that are exciting, amazing, making you so happy that you're fueling all this creativity into. I definitely have more of an artistic personality, but I think everyone has that in them. Creativity is something that everyone should pursue, and I think it's the key to being content with your life. I feel like some people growing up like view being in a relationship and doing drugs or drinking as extracurricular activities. And if you start from a young age realizing that it doesn't have to be that way, then you will be so much happier and more content in your life. Buy a journal. This is my current journal. I have dozens and dozens of journals right over here in this drawer about this big for my entire life. And so I think it's important to be able to express your thoughts and your feelings. You write down stuff that made you laugh, people you get really annoyed at, what made you cry. When you're able to express yourself creatively, I think that's the first step to being content in life. Something else that really was an important part of growing up and finding myself is music. These are all my CDs from middle school and high school. Taylor Swift's Speak Now. It's my favorite T Swift album. This, do you guys know what this band is? This was like my band growing up that developed my faith so much. When I listen to music, I dance along to it. I think about the lyrics. I write down in my journal what I think about the lyrics. I apply the lyrics to my life. From the time that I was like in first grade, I would like picture music videos in my head with like the songs and different scenes from my life and just how that would connect. It's so interesting to me because I graduated college and now I'm back home and I'm surrounded by all these things from my childhood, my high school life, and you know, I find my viola, all my ballet, dance clothes, all these journals and Bibles and different notes from my classes. I had a box full of just like camera cords and different, you know, film stuff, all these awards from debate, sewing contests for 4-H, running for cross country and track, just like all these different things that represent what I was so passionate about. You're pulling me in like your gravity. Some people are really into designing and doing art and just like creating a scrapbook, taking photos, like physical photos, putting them in an album, decorating your room. I learned how to sew when I was 8 years old. I had a sewing machine, so I would sew clothes for my American Girl dolls. I talk about this a lot for anyone growing up in school, but you need to get involved. You need to sign up to take lessons, join choir, learn to play an instrument. These are my point shoes from when I was in high school, and I still am dancing on my point shoes since I'm home and they're here. I've just been, you know, exercising with them. When I remember and think back to it, it was something that I was able to completely express myself in, and it's something that you learn discipline in, because you have to be in class at this time. You have to listen to the authority, which is the teacher. Force yourself to do flexibility stuff, which is actually really painful when you stretch, but you learn to love it. And the school that you go to already has dozens of ways to get involved, and this goes on to my second point of this video, is making friends, having people in your life. You meet people through your activities. At my high school, my life at that time was the debate team. When you're spending dozens of hours every week researching, writing, at tournaments, like you form this really close bond to other people doing debate. And it's not even about talking to people and sharing your lives, it's just about like together doing so much work, discussing the arguments, watching each other practice. Like that creates so much koinonia, which is this Greek word that means this like family, like love, companionship, peace between each other. creative, expressing yourself, finding yourself in all these activities, it's something that creates this sense of like, wow, I love spending all of my time doing these things. And if I got into like a dating relationship that involved all this like emotional like attachment, infatuation stuff, that takes me away from all these things I love doing. And having that attitude makes you not want to be in a relationship. Reading! That's another thing I forgot. Learn to love reading. There's fiction, non-fiction, comic books, like there's so many different there are so many different things to read. And so don't think of it as like, oh, I hate fiction, or oh, I hate school type non-fiction. No, like there's something you will love. Flannels and ripped jeans and Friday nights. So friendships. I think the only thing that might make a relationship, like dating relationship, different from your friendships is you're sexually attracted to that person and you view some sort of long-term compatibility, like they get you in all these ways, whereas some of your friends may only get certain dimensions of who you are. But what I've experienced is that if you have 10 friends, say that's how many like close friends I have, they each understand me on different levels. 3 of my friends are very philosophical and we can talk about moral dilemmas and logical fallacies. That is so fun. Like that's a huge part of me and they get that part of me and I love it. A few of my other friends are really emotionally intense, like they feel the world so much. We cry a lot and we understand how to like interpret the world and like help people who are hurting. And then some of my friends understand my like completely impulsive, adventurous side, who loves to work out and explore and be outside. And so they understand that part of me. That the point of friendship community is you have so many people in your life who understand different parts of who you are, and so you feel complete with those friendships. I actually really enjoy when most people in my like friend circle are single, because then there isn't one person just like off with some person, but we're all together, spending time together, growing together, having fun together. It's amazing. It's so much happiness. Don't look back. We'll be looking for sunlight. All the headlights to light up, burn bright. We'll be lacing the same shoes that we've worn through to the bottom of the line. And we know that we're headstrong and our hearts gone. Once we're older, we're going to be forced to be in this routine of working, of having kids, of being married, and you're not going to have that experience again of having so many different friends. And so I don't understand why you're so wanting to have an intense relationship so young. As we get older, we're gonna realize, wow, I literally have no time for myself. And so right now, you have time to completely develop yourself with all these creative art forms, all these extracurriculars, draw your identity, pour yourself into 100%, and that's amazing. And you're not going to have that opportunity when you're 30 years old, married to someone, have a kid. Didn't know where I was running to. But the one thing that everyone loves about school is you would have no friends if you didn't go to school. And so it's amazing getting to spend so much time being constantly surrounded by different kinds of people. Same thing at college, exemplified at college. You live within like, a minute away from all your friends. You're able to constantly spend time together, study together. You're not gonna have that opportunity in the future. And so I totally understand that like by chance you meet someone who you connect with so well. And it's like, wow, they understand all these facets of me. We can grow together, we can help each other's human flourishing. And that's amazing. And I've seen people who have had that really young, and that's something that like I love. It's so beautiful. But that's not something that all of us should be so stoked and like looking out for someone to experience that with. All that I'm saying is that there's this obsession I have seen from so many people in wanting to be in a relationship. A main part of that is not having all these different passions, areas in our lives that we love, that we are able to pour ourselves into, understand ourselves with, and also not having these really close relationships with people where we're being selfless in how we're acting to help them, to grow them, to make them feel understood. And when I say friends, I mean family. And so when we have both of these areas in our life fully developed, and when that is just making us so content, we're not going to be like how to be single. We're gonna be like, oh, like this is normal life. And when I get into a relationship, it's still like normal life. I just might spend more time with one person and sacrifice some time with these activities to spend time helping to grow this person. I hope that you guys enjoyed and understood this video, and I will be seeing you way more frequently since I'm graduated and have basically the rest of this year to make YouTube videos. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in a few days. Bye!